didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal?
Test, 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 mic test, test, test. Hindi ko move. I can't move. WASD, WASD, up and down. Pinag-move man. I-close ang game. Open na pod.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal?
Nahilig itong ano. Yung first kit. That is first kit itong nakita sa chair.
California crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here. Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was...
What was that thinking? Yeah. Streaming. Okay. Continue. Yeah.
Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was I thinking?
Mama.
Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them. What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore.
Orange Grove. Who that?
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Oh. Yeah, this one again. Bumblebee.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Right now, I can't be near you, so I don't want you to find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
Love. Love. Reina.
That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres.
Simon Alexander.
Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor.
April 13, 2018. Everything is crazy. The kids call me the most impossible. Just here with me. Call me names, threatening me that I don't let Kelsey go. Don't do this or that. As if I've got her tied up in here. I'm Kelsey took me live streaming in Mr. Jones. I was scared the first time, but 2 years of big parties, May 1950. Whoa.
He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from.
What happened? Oh.
I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there.
Well, swing salute.
I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year.
Every year. Check grammar.
I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
I'm not a shadow person. Inspire me paradox. Do something great. Keys.
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
Why? 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 Oh, why? Fuse. Stone.
I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
Smoking jar.
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver.
So do they live together? Search this one.
Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie.
Marie. Nothing. Case.
I need to find the key. A 5-figure number.
What here? Wait, whoa. I did it. I hope I'm not going to regret this. July 5 to 18. July 7 to 18. We needed this beer, water, and oranges. Like so many nights before travel. No, I am not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named shall not be named. Not today. Go be our friend today. I am not a shadow person anymore. She's not friend. Oh. Mars speaking. Mars and all those sparkly shoes. She wears them all the time. Last night, the heels dug into my calf. It hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off her feet and told her not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I was a size 9 because they look absolutely gorgeous. From just as sweet at least. When I tried them on, I looked like a little girl trying on mom's shoes. They were 16 to 18. Okay, I'm calm down a bit. That Lala night, she was in trouble in his session. She's different when she's around him, and that makes it alright. But she didn't come straight over to tell me she was sorry. She knows she was wrong. Rub me with that rock. She said if I answered the call of the pebbles, she would have thrown the rock. She's been here ever since. Didn't have anywhere else to go really, except for Trevor. I'm glad she's got her sleep here. Right now, the right thing is on the bed going over some beautiful glass. I like having her here. That's okay with it. Oh! December 19th. I screwed up, but I was worried. I'm so worried. What else could I do? That hasn't been to food rescue in a while, and I just wanted to make sure she was hungry or something.
Hey.
Put her a sandwich.
Hey.
Hey. I'm gonna do that.
Hey.
We'll never be friends. Good one.
Kaya pala itang kawato na pag-tinignan kanina. Hindi ka nakasulod. Hindi ko correction sa usulay.
Really wag mo lagas ko yung mukha. Never heard of you. I hope we make it night. I don't think I got anything.
I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from.
Something bad happened? Ring binder.
Ah, yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship.
Scholarship aid. What more?
Chemistry holds no surprises. Love that.
Well, science week. Anything else? Bike basket.
Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room.
Huh? Stopper. It's a stopper. Bumblebee. Beer bug.
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently, they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
Whoa. Swimming pool service. Fun.
Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us.
Trevor?
I wore those a lot. Not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know.
What? Huh? I'm confused, man. I'm confused.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
What? This
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor.
Philippines! Yeah.
La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of crap. Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that. Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a dreamer. I bet she loved it.
La La Land.
She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
What? That shit was so complicated. Richard.
Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later.
Ben. 10. What's the password?
Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it.
Ah. Wait, what? I'm not a shadow. There.
Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it. She must have written it down here somewhere.
I'm a shadow. The password. Open window.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window. But she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again.
Friendship, we need to trust each other, man. Whoa. Picture.
Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring?
Me. Who wants to be boring? Turn on TV. Can I crouch? No, I can't crouch.
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him.
Where? Where did you see him? Ah, miss.
I'm not a shadow person.
Shadow person.
It took me.
Shadow person. Shadow person. It's right.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them. That they were who they were without any pretense. That they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them. When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor. Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal.
I think their friendship was broke off because of Trevor. I don't know. Cute.
Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died.
Hi, Marie. It gives me to hear that this is how you feel. But I'm afraid there's not much I can do at this stage. I understand your alarm and feel unsafe, but Trevor has not broken any school laws, nor has he hurt anyone. I would like to invite you and Trevor into my office to see if we can start up a conversation between the two of you. Let me know when you're ready to talk. You know where to find me. Kind regards, Principal Phillips J.
Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the orange grove.
Oh. Well. Well. November 21, 2017. OMG, they put me on Classes team. My heart races whenever I stop to think about it. Don't think she's all of these though. I wonder whether she remembers me from food rescue. Gosh, I hope not. Marcus, the best to her, is that weird? I love us to be friends. She's just amazing. Can't wait to start working on our science project. You get that? Our project. I feel like I'm going to school in a second. January 10, 2018. I love cats because they're not afraid to be difficult. January 19, 2018. Happy birthday, Mom. January 5, 2018. World does matter. That's what Kelsey keeps saying, and she's right. But mother is also right. And life is something we need to take care of. She has to be out on a limb to say she's got nothing to lose. Bam! She didn't even realize what she was saying. Or maybe I'm too sensitive. Guess they'll show me. Believe that we were friends. I guess I'm a shadow person after all. I think she's gonna break her neck by the way. See if I care. Life matters. Loving the chemistry. They showed it on Classic Star, the theater. I went with Ben. Love it. Cassie was there too. I was so happy to see her. That freaking hug her. And she pushed me away, asked me what I thought I was doing. But Trevor was enjoying the show and her stupid cheerleading friends. January 2018. I'm trying to ignore the fact that all of Kelsey keeps up his paid for with Trevor's money. He is such a creep. Whenever she sees him, she says I'm jealous. As if. Thing is, she thinks she needs him to get away from all this. She doesn't. She got away from her mom all on her own. She's the smartest, coolest, sweetest person I can imagine. She doesn't need anyone to get her out. She can do that all on her own. She doesn't believe it herself yet. Whoa. Welcome to friends. I feel out of place everywhere outside this room. She said she was sorry. I know. But I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. And that's not what a friendship should be like, right? I feel disconnected. She did not want to be my friend. She was embarrassed. Never forget. The Barbara 2018. March 2018. You may have noticed in the sweet journal that there are less and less in these pages. I am so proud. Only when I go berserk like them can closer throw the rock through my window. It's hard to keep up. Did you know that as a little girl I used to curse abundantly? And just extended the recovery here. Dad thought it indicated intelligence and I guess it's so cute. Up to a certain age, but he said Mom hated it. So every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in the swear jar. Can't tell you how much it hurt every time. You would never say it again. I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yep, the copyright section again. Every time I swore like a madwoman must have that spare jar. Oh. April 11th, 2018. Tessa broke up with Trevor. Finally! She can do so much better than that total loser. He assaulted her in the school hallway. Of course, no one saw it happen, but he literally tore the clothes from her body. I passed up despair, so there you go. But she's done with him now. Things can only get better. Have a good day. Only 5 months on Trevor. Only 5. I hope he's not getting it. She's not coming back. He really holds me responsible for it. I can have that. If it keeps him away from her. When I saw him in the hallway this morning, he's laying his finger across his again. If he wasn't such a scary clown, I'd laugh. But it does scare me. I don't talk because of these things. She's really worried. May 19, 2018. You said the good times that make me forget. All my troubles seem so far away. Wait a minute. That song? May 22, 2018. June 17, 18. Took me forever to convince Kels to ride a bike because it ain't cool. Our rides are the best part of the day now. And this day we rode them through Mr. Jones' Orange Grove. In broad daylight, we got home with a basket full of juicy golden oranges. I didn't even think about getting caught. They're not listening. I've tried every authority at school. I even tried the cops, but they just pat my shoulder. Poor little girl, still traumatized. Bump on the head didn't do her any good. Yes, I'm sorry now. Charcoal candy. What should I do? I wish I could tell Kelsey, but she'd go insane, get herself hurt, or worse, go back to him. Trevor is dangerous. June 12, 19. June 20. I know it's him, but there's nothing I can do. They never believe me. I don't think I'll ever see the movie again. Hold up! Hold up! Hold up! June 2018. I can't sit and watch. I'll have to be fearless. I found this habit to buy guns of anyone. Not that I mean to shoot anyone. It's just I don't know what to do anymore. It's protection, you know? Isn't that what they say? Anyway, there was this tech one to sell me this totally new 9mm. I'm really out of town somewhere. A little shady in me. But with Trevor looking around, I'll take my chances. Well, you're gonna get caught, man. Another home invasion. There's 2 blocks from here. They killed the woman this time, and the police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was in our house? I can't wrap my head around it. It's too big. But cousin says it isn't true that Trevor is violent, but would never commit such violent acts. Looking in the torn t-shirt, I think she must be denial. Yeah. California. Cheers. Is there anything pizza boxes.
Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything.
What's that? What's that? Samara? Samara? T-shirt.
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took. Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Wow. Is there anything? Oh. The green name bar.
Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be. Until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry. The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking because he was out every night cooking his green stuff.
Okay. Okay, so I still don't know the password. What's that? Hello.
She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
Anything? This music.
Lorraine?
What's that?
Longest day for news. A cup of sorrow with the early
Rough. Pasakan lang.
come you endless
Sa kanan siya.
and come and tell me
Pero,
One day, I just had... Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal. Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act? Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
whoops.
back.
Something.
As the seasons will fade.
Rubik's Cube.
Hated that thing.
Why? It's fun.
They taste like hollow wine.
Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said.
do you bring this? You know, there's much news from Orange Grove, but it's been ages. I put it away, but you know, they're never gonna find them. I wish everyone would just stop, leave us alone, so I can forget that life. Don't think my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. Truth is, I never saw them coming. When that guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped and I would punch him, scratch his eyes out. I swear. I think I could have killed him. The other one got to me before I even knew there were two. I never saw their faces. Neither did my dad. They never caught them. I'm not fearless. Oh. Number 17 or 17. In a party today, celebrating 3 years of food rescue. Everyone was there, all those probably familiar faces. Love it. Kelsey came in, and I took her for one of the hungry. I don't know if she knows my name, but everyone knows her. She's gorgeous. It surprised me, is all. I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept the bag of groceries from me, so I could take my eyes off her. This world allows me, someone like Kelsey Jackson, to be hungry. It must be everywhere, so I'm going to find it with everything I got. How do it saves classmates from hunger? Number 19. After the school article, people kept asking me why I did it, as if I was some kind of hero. So stupid. And I kept telling them the same story. I didn't see it yet. Maybe it's just publish a book, my life's story. So they'll stop bugging me. Crazy people. Here's the last time. Last fall I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch or backpack. As I stuffed the sandwich in his mouth, our eyes locked. He panicked, took the food and ran. I realized some of my classmates were actually hungry. So I joined food rescue to help there. The end. Everyone stopped by. Wait, what? Okay. Not today. There's there might be something.
I need to find the key. A 5-figure number. She must have written it down here somewhere. Wrong combination. Crap. I really want to know what's in that case.
What's the password? What's the password, man? Say what? There must be something.
That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. All right, I might have been a little jealous.
4th of March. Is there anything? 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 Done. combination goes with 5. Wait. Is this a puzzle? 9. There's 9. 4. Okay. 3. 3. 4. 9. 5. 3, 4, 9, 5, 1. 3, 4, 9, 5, 1.
I need to find the key.
3,
A 5-figure number.
4, 9, 5, 1.
Yay!
Yes!
Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God.
A gun.
The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father.
What?
Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor, in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration, "No, that's not what happened." Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that, hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres, but I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and...
Wait, don't tell me she died.
What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
She didn't die. Whoa. Wow.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking like forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
I guess we could celebrate all the father would have died because with me, I went out with a big real friends. Kelsey never was who she said she was. I never knew her. Turned out it's all been I am so stupid. I should use that la and all was good. So someone died with this when died. I will trigger my wood, pierce his side, and his blood filled the carpet, came through the cracks before it broken forever. Okay, back.
No, that's her parents' room.
Might say me, I've done in mind for this 6 weeks away from her. I've focused on the work series to life and stop looking myself. How she doing? I don't say it wasn't actually a killer. I remember it's like that goes and he used to always say that the truth and stuff. But then I look, you can do this. I've got nothing. That's the across there. The other thing in high school. I just feel up here because I became slave and fresh with my story. And me also for you someday. This is stronger and I can be harder. Wait, there's still page. That's not, you know, written. Told you. Wow. Then fast. It's 30 minutes. Ikaw lang po ba? Game. Pwede ito po siya. 30 minutes. Before playing. Well, that's all. That's all. I don't know.
I didn't want to come back. Why would I, after all that's happened, even in here? So, where is the journal? want to go back down.
Not there.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom. No, that's her parents' room.
Oh man. So like, there's nothing else? Like, really?
She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
Dali man tanaguan ko. Or nakalingkod. There's a beaver. Postcard.
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There was only one thing to do. Get to Marie.
Yeah. Yeah. So this is a game that is really short, but really emotionally, I don't know.
Hi, Kelsey.
Okay.
Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you, I don't know. Now I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be all right. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right. She once asked me, "That's Trevor's phone number. He called her." I knew it. She loved being a birthday girl. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing. I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one. Food rescue. The Green Eater. Mr. Torres gave me my own set. I'm not a shadow person. Every
Oh!
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again.
Man, what was I missing? Yes, yeah. Looking at the world all the time, it's kind of annoying, but so she could do anything she wants to happen. Not wait for it. What to do again? Not drugs. The cards. Okay,
This
speedrun.
Mr. Torres. I wore those a lot. Not too. Sometimes it got so hot. This thing wasn't doing it anymore. Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. Lorraine?
Notebook.
Lala. She was my friend, and I had a towel. She must have written it down here somewhere.
the early
When Bumblebee went missing, Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal. Why does someone need to get... Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
Micro. Is there something? I have a picture.
Mr. Torres,
Folks
thick.
there.
She wouldn't stop about time.
The ring binder.
Ah, yes. The science.
Whiteboard.
Chemistry? That's Marie's
paper,
birthday.
Phone.
I thought I was...
TV.
Hated that thing.
they taste like hollow wine.
Mr. Torres and Marie.
Taste like
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out. I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her. Marie insisted on saving.
Ugly shoes.
He had money. You see,
Shirt.
there's no such thing as food
Same
waste.
thing.
And don't
Alto.
I know it? The smell of garbage. She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't dream. I
Done.
plan.
Done.
What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans.
There's something. Oh, shirt.
Trevor, what an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes.
Roadmap.
One day, Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
Basket.
Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool. After dark, no one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was.
I'm done. I'm done.